Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Sneha and today I'm creating this holiday makeup look. So when I think of holidays, I think of reds, golds and greens. So I've already created a gold cut crease pairing it with a red lip. So if you'd like to watch that tutorial, I'm going to link it right here. But today I'm going to use these green tones and I've paired it with this peachy nude lip. By the way, if you're enjoying these holiday makeup looks, please don't forget to hit that like button and also consider subscribing for more videos. But let's get started. So I'm first using this MAC Prep and Prime highlighter pen in the shade Peach Luster to correct around my mouth. So I'm just applying it to the outer edges of my mouth and then going in with this foundation brush just to blend it into the skin. So I'm using tapping motions. And then I went back to priming my skin because I forgot to do that. So I'm using this Makeup Forever Smoothing Primer. I'm going to focus this around my nose and also on my smile lines. Then as a primer on my face, I'm going to use this primer spray by Skindinavia and just spritz that all over my face. And for foundation today, I'm using a drugstore one. This is the Maybelline Fit Me Matte and Poreless. And I'm mixing these two shades to get my perfect shade. I have a full in-depth review about this foundation that I'm going to link on the screen right now if you're interested. But I'm just applying this foundation all over my face. And it just gives a solid medium coverage on my skin. Next, I'm filling in my eyebrows with brow powder. And then for correcting under my eyes, I'm using this Makeup Forever HD concealer that you've seen in many videos right now. So I'm just using that under my eyes anywhere I have discoloration. And then for concealer, I'm using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer in medium. And then quickly blending it in with the damp Mini Beauty Blender sponge. And then immediately setting it with the Laura Mercier translucent powder. Next, I'm going to start with the eye makeup. So I'm going to prime it first with this NARS eye primer and blend it in with my finger and then lightly dust some powder on top. Now, first I'm going to start with this yellow shade called Chickadee from Makeup Geek. I'm going to apply this as a transition shade, so apply it to the crease and also in the transition area, like so. And then I'm using this beautiful olive green shade called Dirty Martini. I'm going to focus this right at the socket line. So first I used the Sigma E26, I believe. And then I switched to the Louis Young LY38B brush, which is a small crease brush. And then blending it again with that Sigma brush. So once I'm happy with that, I'm then using this metallic green shade. You can use any green that you may have. This is the one from Urban Decay Vice 2 palette that I had. So I'm just spritzing my flat brush with some setting spray and then dipping it in the eyeshadow to get a more metallic finish and packing that all over the eyelids, taking it all the way to the crease. And I'm also going to run the same eyeshadow on my bottom eyelid, taking it all the way in. And with that same Louis Young blending brush, I'm just going to buff away the edges, both on the top and the bottom eyelid. I'm also going back in with some more of the Chickadee shade and apply that to the edges of this green eyeshadow, both on the top and the bottom eyelid. Next, to deepen up the outer corner of the eye, I'm going to use this deeper green, which almost looks like black, so you could use any black eyeshadow. This is again from that same Urban Decay Vice 2 palette. It's a shade called Poison. I'm going to focus this on the outer V of the eye. So it just adds a very subtle depth to the eye look. So I'm going to apply that to the top portion and also on the outer edges of the bottom eyelid. And then for my inner corner highlight, I'm using this gold shade called Strike from the same palette. And I'm going to use that with a damp brush. Just apply that to the inner tear duct. And then once that's done, I'm going to dust away all the fallout that I had from Urban Decay eyeshadows. On my waterline, I'm going to use this LA Girl gel liner in the shade Limelight, which is a green pencil. And then for my top waterline, I'm just using a black kohl. This is the one by Charlotte Tilbury. Then I'm just curling my lashes and applying this base mascara. Followed by my L'Oreal Paradise Ecstatic Mascara. And then for my bottom lashes, I'm using my MAC Giga Lash Mascara. And that's the eyes complete. Going back to the face, I'm going to quickly conceal all my acne scarring with the Kevyn Aucoin Sensual Skin Enhancer. I'm going to link my tutorial for it on the screen right now. Then before I set my face, I do want to use a liquid highlighter today, so I'm using the Marc Jacobs Dew Drops. I'm going to apply that to the high points of my face, so applying it to the cheekbones, and you can see that once it's blended, it just looks stunning. I love this highlighter. And then applying that also to my cupid's bow and the bridge of my nose, and also just above my eyebrows. And as you can see, it just gives a beautiful golden sheen to the skin. Then to set my entire face, I'm going to use the Laura Mercier Translucent Setting Powder. I'm going to apply this all over my face, avoiding the areas we've highlighted. And then as a bronzer, I'm going to use this MAC Mineralized Skin Finish in the shade Dark and apply that to the periphery of my face. Then to contour today, I'm going to use this Kevyn Aucoin Sculpting Powder in the shade Medium. And I'm using that to contour my cheekbones, also along my chin and my cupid's bow, and also on my nose. And then using the MAC powder in the shade Shadowy to contour my jawline. I'm also adding some to my forehead, since I have a large forehead. And then I'm going into this Hourglass Ambient Lighting palette, and I'm using the last shade, I believe it's the Diffused Heat shade. I'm going to use that over that Marc Jacobs gel highlighter. It just adds another dimension to the highlighter, but still keeping it subtle. For my lips, I'm going to start with this brown lip liner, which is by Coastal Scents. I'm going to line my top and bottom lip with it. And for lipstick, I'm first going in with this NARS Audacious lipstick in the shade Jane, just like this peachy shade, and apply that to the center of my lips. And then going in with a lip brush to blend out the edges between this peachy shade and the brown lip liner. And then to further lighten up the lip color, I'm using this MAC lipstick called Yash. I'm just applying a very small amount just to the center of the lips to lighten that peach shade. Then I'm taking the Benefit Coralie Stub Blush and applying that to the apple of my cheeks. Such a beautiful light peachy pink color for my skin tone. And then finally setting the entire face with the Skindinavia setting spray. And once that's dried, I'm going in with my favorite Charlotte Tilbury airbrush powder, just applying that and creating that airbrush look. And that's it. That's the finished look. This video is also in collaboration with 2 other YouTubers, so I'm going to link all their channels in the description box below, so be sure to check them out as well. And if you're coming from their channels, hi, I'm Sneha. Welcome. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
Open eye, feel the waves cut through me.